question is to the Minister of Labour and asks what evidence, if any, led to her proposing to restrict the right of wage and salary earners to meet with their union representatives at their workplace.
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, I have reports of union representatives stopping customers actually coming onto the workplace, disrupting customers on the workplace, tying up workers for hours of productive time, and this, inter alia, led us to the conclusion that it was timely to have a discussion and clarify what is fair and reasonable to both employers and employees, whilst at the same time ensuring our international obligations regarding union access are not breached.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Did she provide any additional evidence to the Prime Minister after he gave his undertaking to the CTU not to proceed on restricting union access without further consultation? If so, what was that evidence?
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr Speaker, we have had several discussions regarding access, regarding our election manifesto. Further consideration persuaded me that it is timely now to have the discussion and actually clarify what is fair and reasonable to both employers and employees.
Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Speaker, very careful, very specific question about additional evidence given to the Prime Minister after a particular event and what it was. That didn't address either of the legs of my question. I can repeat the question if you like.
When the member asked his question, he referred to whether the Minister had provided any further evidence to the Prime Minister following the Prime Minister making a certain statement. Now, I'm not sure whether in answering that the Minister would know when the Prime Minister made the statement the member was referring to, and therefore I think it's a bit unreasonable to expect an absolutely precise answer. And normally the member's questions are commendably to the point, but I think given the information contained in the question, it'd be hard for me to pin the Minister down beyond that. She said she did have discussions where presumably she provided evidence to the Prime Minister. The Honourable Tohenare.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Supplementary question to the Minister. What reports has she seen about the approach of unions to workplace relations?
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr Speaker, I have seen a statement from the President of the Council of Trade Unions noting that, quote, "You've got to remember that employers are not people," unquote. Well, actually, Mr Speaker, they are, but the reality is our government has approved a package of sensible reforms to grow New Zealand's economy and grow jobs for all New Zealanders. Good businesses need both employees and employers to work together, and we need laws that encourage this cooperation.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Was she in the room with the Prime Minister when he gave his undertaking to the CTU not to proceed on restricting union access without further consultation? And if so, what evidence did she provide to the Prime Minister after that which led to his change of mind?
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr Speaker, I believe that I was not in the room when discussions were had between the Prime Minister and Helen Kelly, and I would suggest that the member ask the Prime Minister himself what discussions were had.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Is she sure of her previous answer that she was not in the room when the Prime Minister gave that undertaking?
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr Speaker, I do not recall the Prime Minister giving such an undertaking nor being in the room.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
To the Minister. Why did she, after her office indicated that she was free, decide that she would not debate this issue with Helen Kelly on Q&A on Sunday?
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr Speaker, agreeing or declining specific interview requests are done on a case-by-case basis. In my view, that interview was not necessary.
Question number 9, Gareth Hughes.